What if I told you the chaos you're feeling at work right now did not start in January, in February, or maybe even March? It started in December, right before Christmas, right before bonuses, right before everyone said, let's get through the holidays. Maybe two executives argued. Maybe a founder snapped. Maybe numbers weren't good. Maybe someone got moved. Maybe no one explained anything. And even maybe all of the above. And now it's February, March, or April. People feel weird, unsafe, and anxious, and no one is talking about it. Let's talk about it. Welcome to the Kathie Owen Perspective podcast. This is where we talk about human patterns inside leadership, not just strategy, not just performance, but what really happens inside companies when pressure rises. If we haven't met before, my name is Kathie Owen. I work as a private consultant with founders, executive teams, and leaders navigating growth in mergers, acquisitions, and high-pressure environments. I observe what others miss inside leadership, and I stabilize it before it costs you. And today, we're talking about something that happens all the time. December is a pressure cooker. Deadlines, end of year numbers, travel, family stress, burnout, and inside companies, pressure exposes ego. I have seen this in founder-led companies, coaching firms, private equity portfolios, merger and acquisition transitions, established corporations. This is not rare. This is human. Here's what happens. Two leaders argue. The numbers are off. Someone feels blamed. Someone feels embarrassed. Someone feels threatened. And instead of regulating, they react. Titles change. Reporting line shifts. Someone gets reassigned. Someone quietly exits, all within days. No context, no ownership, no repair. Feels decisive. But it's emotional fallout disguised as strategy. Let's be clear. Christmas doesn't cause dysfunction, pressure does. But the holidays amplify whatever already exists. If a culture is healthy, December feels warm. If a culture is fragile, December exposes it. Because by then, people are exhausted, sleep is off, patience is low, and when nervous systems are fried, arguments escalate. January comes. Everyone says, New Year, fresh start. But nothing was resolved. The argument wasn't addressed. No one stood up and said, here's what happened. Here's what we're learning. Here's how we're stabilizing. So the company moves forward on a fracture. Now it's mid-February, maybe even March. This is when it shows up. Morale dips, top performers go quiet, people start updating resumes, meetings feel tense, psychological safety drops. And leadership says, what happened? February didn't happen. December did. Unrepaired conflict compounds, always. If you're acquiring a company in February and you see instability and turnover and cultural drift, you might assume it's operational. Sometimes it is, but often it's emotional residue. If you don't know what happened in December, you're evaluating symptoms without seeing the wound. This is why I work in mergers and acquisitions, because human due diligence matters. Not just financial due diligence, not just legal due diligence, but emotional pattern recognition. Because numbers in February often reflect a conversation in December. If you work inside a company and you feel this, you are not crazy. When leadership fractures, employees feel it. Silence is information. Your nervous system reads the room before leadership names the issue. And if no one repaired the rupture, your body knows. That matters. Strong leaders regulate first, emotionally regulate. I recently did a video on this, and I will include a link in the show notes and description below so you can check that out. But strong leaders will pause. They name what happened, they take ownership, they clarify structural changes with context, they restore safety quickly, and weak leaders restructure and stay silent. And the culture absorbs it every single time. I wrote a full blog post on this topic with deeper breakdowns and practical questions leaders should be asking right now. I've included bonus resources in the show notes and description below. If this resonated, I strongly encourage you to read that. It expands on what we talked about today. All right, thank you for watching. If you know a founder, an executive, or even an employee who needs to hear this, please share it. These conversations matter because most companies don't implode from bad strategy, they destabilize from unregulated leadership moments that were never repaired. My name is Kathie Owen. This is the Kathie Owen Perspective podcast, and I work with founders and acquisition leaders to identify human fractures inside leadership and stabilize them before they cost you. All right, that's my episode for today. I trust that you found it helpful, and I will see you in the next one.